lot down in the post this game. Was that your game plan for the day, or were you just feeling how it came as the game flowed?
I mean, we watched film of prior games and felt like we had a good advantage when I got the ball in the post, whether they would double team and we stay spaced so I can find the open man, or just attack and try to score or get to the free throw line. So, yeah, I mean, we've looked at a lot of film, and today we felt like that was a good thing for us.
Gene Wong, Washington Post. Tosh, the last minute, you had to defend. Kind of what was the mentality there in that closing stretch there to come out with a win?
With 3 minutes left, we need 3 stops in order to get a win. So we were extremely defensive minded going into those last few possessions and just trying to gang rebound. We did a okay job all game, but we just needed to finish with defense. And like Coach said, it came down to a defensive minded game between both teams. So we just needed stops to get a W.
Who's next?
Brandon Leak, SportsX here in Atlanta. Coach, your thoughts on your free throw shooting tonight? It's hard to do much better than that.
Well,
and then for the ladies, your thoughts on how big the three-point shot was all night long?
For us, I mean, we pride ourselves on our free throw shooting. I don't even know if these guys know, we set a WNBA record this year for best free throw shooting team ever. We expect to make free throws. I mean, we have 5 people on our team, I think, because of their attempts in the top 15 in the league. So Elene has always been that way, but we have a lot of people make free throws. And we felt that in a series like this, you have to win some of those battles, rebounding and turnovers and free throws. And we won the free throw and turnover battle tonight. I think that's a big part of why we've been successful. You guys can ask about the 3-point shots.
Front row again.
I don't know what you were asking about threes, other than we take a lot of them.
And Elena, fourth quarter, I think you assisted or scored 13 of the team's 17 points. Just what is it about that crunch time that allows you to kind of excel, or how do you stay composed and kind of focused during those times when everything else is maybe unsettled?
She's the GOAT.
My teammates have trust in me in those situations to attack and try to make the right read. So, I was flowing today, so they kind of just ran the offense through me and just kind of had to make reads or attack. If someone else is flowing, we run it through them, and that's just kind of how our team is, super unselfish, and it's why we're successful.
Third row in the center.
Coach, did you have the pace of the game the way that you wanted to today?
I thought we did in the first half. I don't think we got that same pace in the second half. Part of it is that the game slowed down, I think, with the fouls. I think that slowed our rhythm down a little bit. I thought we got into a walk-it-up situation a few too many times late in the game. We'll see if we can, correct that by Tuesday. But, both teams are not going to their bench very deep, so, there is going to be a little bit of fatigue. And you want to make sure you get a great possession every time down. So you're kind of walking a tightrope between pushing the ball up and just going and making sure that every time down your right players touch the ball in situations that you want to do. And that became a situation for us where we felt like we were going to get Elena a lot of touches and play through her, as she said. So that tends to slow you down a little bit.
Left side of the room.
Natasha, talk about coming in and getting this game 1 victory over the number 2 seed.
It's huge. We're taking it one game at a time. That's our mindset. So to be able to come in a great atmosphere here in a small venue is huge for us. It wasn't pretty. It was an ugly game, but we came out with a win. So now we'll recover, focus back in, and our next game is Tuesday.
Front row right here.
Hi guys, congratulations on your win. This is Siobhan talking from Chicks Into Sports. So what's going to be the focus going into the next game? I know you guys are coming off of a high win now. So what are you going to focus on and take away from this game?
Get some sleep tonight. Get ice baths and everything else. I mean, it's a physical series. I think that our plan is as a group, coaches will watch film and then we'll break it down for our players and we'll go through the things that we thought we did well and the things we think we can correct. A series is a chess match and they'll make adjustments, we'll make a few, And, you know, you'll see probably a few new things on Tuesday from both teams, but I think energy and rest is the biggest thing. You know, this time of year, you're not going on the court and practicing a lot. You're just trying to make little tweaks to make sure you're ready to go for the next game.
Front row.
Coach Keisha Lee, talk about piggybacking on rest. Talk about the good and the bad of having that time to sit back and wait for the semis, the good aspects of that and the not so good.
Well, I don't know, because we weren't them, so we wanted that same bye they got, and we tried hard to get it. I think we won 8 straight and gained 1 game on them, so I'm sure the rest helped them in some ways. I don't know whether there's some rust involved in that or not, because I haven't been in that situation where you've had a week off like that. You know, they should have their legs because of it. We've been traveling, but I don't know. At this time of the year, I don't think most players or coaches even think about it that much. You're just playing the next game. You're trying to do what's right to get ready.